Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Anchor MMA, back with some 322 reactions and matchmaking for the main card. It's been a long weekend. I got in a car accident, and I made this video as soon as I could with all that was going down, so I apologize for the late upload, but 322, really good card until the last two fights, I will not lie. The parlays did terrible. I hope you did not tail them, because my parlays looked horrific. Terrible. But I don't think I did very bad on my picks. I definitely missed some, but I don't think I did too bad. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Starting off, Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. Obviously, I picked Malcolm Wellmaker, like everybody did. But does this really count? Because I was predicting it based on Cody Hadon, but I would have picked Wellmaker anyways, I'm not going to lie. Ethan Ewing looked incredible. I don't think this is a fraud check. Wellmaker still looked pretty good. Ethan Ewing looked incredible. You can call me an Ethan Ewing fan. You really can. After that performance, my God, he looked amazing. Amazing. He's coming for that belt. He is. I don't care. Ethan Ewing, absolute masterclass of a performance. 30-27, totally dismantled Malcolm Wellmaker. Yeah, I mean, he beat him in every facet of the game. On the feet, on the ground, everything. He just fought an incredible fight against a really, really dangerous, undefeated opponent. Next fight, I call this one the bathroom break, because nobody wanted to watch this one. Everybody was taking a bathroom break. From what I saw, Tracy Cortez had a really good first round. Pieced her up a bit, but Blanchfield came out and had a really good second round and beat her on the feet and on the ground and got the finish at the end of the second round. Yeah, pretty impressive win for Erin Blanchfield. She's probably one fight away from a title shot. Next up, Roman Kopylov versus G-Rod. I thought G-Rod was going to finish him. That was my prediction, but it didn't happen, but he still looked good. Definitely pieced him up on the feet pretty well. I mean, Kopylov took it to the ground and all of that, but yeah, G-Rod definitely won this fight easily. Next up, Bot Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. Oh my goodness. This was an absolutely brutal head kick. I will not lie. I was hating on Bo Nickel going into fight week, and I picked him by decision. He proved me wrong. He had a masterclass of a performance. Even before that, it would have been probably 30-27. He looked incredible in this fight. On the feet, on the ground, he just completely styled on Vieira. Just really good performance by Bo Nickel, I will not lie. And got the absolutely brutal head kick KO. Alright, main card. I'm going to give you guys some matchmaking. Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint Denis. I predicted a KO by BSD. I did not expect it to be in 16 seconds. Oh my goodness. Dariush needs to retire. I'm going to be straight up. He needs to retire. He has a glass chin. The one clean strike that was hit on him absolutely folded him. BSD looks good, I will not lie, but we really didn't see much out of him this time because he just killed him in the first seconds of the fight. But we're going to match up the loser, Beneil Dariush, first. I think he can go against Mauricio Rufy, because honestly, I think Rufy will definitely win this one, and Rufy needs some more hype because his name is kind of getting forgotten upon the fighting nerds. So he definitely needs a good bounce back, and what better than Benil Dariush in the Big 25. Next is BSD. I'm going to match him up with Mateus Gamrot. Obviously, Gamrot just got submitted by Charles Oliveira. He needs a really good bounce back. He's still a really good fighter, and I think he could beat BSD. And I honestly really think this would be a good matchup. But yeah, BSD hype train is real. If he wins this one, he's going to be fighting a really good contender and honestly be in the title picture. But yeah, he looked really good, and I think Gamrot is a perfect matchup for him stylistically. And yeah, next fight. I beautifully predicted this fight. I said Carlos Prates by absolutely brutal KO. And that is exactly what happened. Leon literally died. He literally died. I genuinely didn't know if he was going to survive that for a second. Because he was like smiling on the way down. I've never seen that in my life. He just got destroyed with that punch. You know, he had a good first round. I mean, it was a boring but good first round. That worries me for Prates, but he really showed no respect for Leon at any point in that fight. Like, when he was giving him the baby punches and he just wasn't affected by them at all. He just really didn't take Leon seriously, and he KO'd him easily. So, impressive performance by Prates. Kind of what I expected. Leon is really plummeting. He really is. I would say it's a sad sight to see, but he is an abomination to the sport. You know, that's probably the nicest thing I can say about Leon Edwards. But Leon Edwards, I'm going to matchmake him. Put him up against my king, Joaquin Buckley. You know, I think, honestly, Buckley can put him out the exact same. And I think he will. Buckley will absolutely sleep Leon. He will be, the Joaquin Buckley hype train will be back at it. You know, he just got held down by Usman. And I hate that people are just forgetting about Joaquin Buckley like he's not dangerous in this division. Like, this division's so deep, and Buckley is so skilled. And his wrestling is I know it's getting so much better because he showed improvement throughout the fight. Like, that round 5, he really started stuffing takedowns. And he's doing just side quests and doing, like, grappling matches, like professional grappling matches on short notice. I don't know how that's going to go for him, but he's taking all the steps in the right direction. And I think Buckley will KO Leon just like that. But, you know, it's a good opportunity for Leon to not start slipping, but this will definitely still be a tough fight for him. Up next, I got Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates versus Shavkat will be absolute fireworks. Like, it will just be a beautiful fight. You could easily put this as a headline of a fight night, and everybody would watch this. This is a absolute banger. Because Shavkat does not deserve that title shot after sitting out for that long, being that injured. He needs to get a little bit of ring rust off before he just goes straight into a title shot. And Prates is a good test for him, honestly. I don't think he's ever seen anybody with Prates' power. Obviously, Prates lost to Gary, who lost to Shavkat. But as we saw with BSD, Moicano, and Benil Dariush, MMA math just doesn't work like that. So I think this would be an absolute banger of a fight that we would all love to see. This is just fireworks in the making. I would love to see this fight. Up next, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. You know, I did predict Sean Brady by decision, But I thought he'd be smart enough to shoot right away. Like, he didn't really try super hard to get this fight on the ground. And it was infuriating. Like, I don't know. Brady never really had a moment in this fight, and he immediately got finished, it felt like. It was disappointing. Like, he landed 8 strikes, dude. Come on. I mean, he shot 1 takedown. I say that with the quotation marks. But he didn't really shoot. I mean, he didn't really try to get this fight to the ground like he should have. He should have pulled an Islam and just immediately shot. Why would you try to fight Morales on the feet? Like, you have nothing to prove. If you didn't fight this fight, you would have gotten a title shot. I guarantee it. But big respect to Sean Brady for taking this fight. He did not have to. But obviously, he should not have taken this fight. This did not go his way. But as a Brady fan, I'm very disappointed. But Brady will learn from this, and we will be back. Sean Brady, I think he should go against Ian Gary if Ian Gary loses to Bilal, or Gabriel Bonfim. Obviously, you don't want him to put against a super low opponent like Bonfim, but they dropped Brady all the way down to number 7 in this division. So it's not even too low of a ranked guy. I think Bonfim is like 11th. But if Ian Gary loses, I think that will be a perfect fight to make for both of them. And I think it'll be a good close fight too. I really don't know who wins that fight. I would still have to think about it more, but I think if Gary loses, this will be a perfect matchup. But if not, Bonfim to get Brady back on his feet again is what I would say. And for Michael Morales, if Bilal wins, then I think he should fight Islam for the title. But if Bilal loses, I think he should fight Bilal. Bilal is still a really good fighter, and it's a really good test. And I think Bilal, I want to say he wouldn't be stupid enough to strike with Morales, but he did it for JDM. But I don't think he's stupid enough to make that mistake twice. And I think this will be a good test to prove that Morales can defend a takedown. Because I thought that's what it was going to be with Brady. But I guess Brady had different plans. But I think Morales is deserving of a title shot. But only if Bilal beats Ian Gary. For the women's fight, I almost fell asleep. I really almost fell asleep. This was disgusting. Shevchenko had some beautiful moments on the feet, but for the most part, this was just an abomination of a fight. I got the pick right. I picked Shevchenko, but this was not a fun fight to watch. I will tell you that. Whaley, she can fight Dern, and I don't know. Give Shevchenko whoever's next, honestly. I do not care. The main event, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. This was super boring. I won't really try to defend Islam very much. My prediction and my original video saying he's the best fighter in the world aged like fine wine, quite honestly. But this was a boring fight. But I won't lie, I put a lot of that on Jack Della Maddalena. You have to defend a takedown. If Islam shoots 4 takedowns in a 5-round fight and gets all 4, you're not going to win that fight. You're just not. And Islam had a good game plan. Why box with Jack Della Maddalena? That's just I don't know why you would do that. And Islam fought a good fight. He did, and he fought the way he should have, realistically. But JDM really has to work on that. Everybody was saying how, oh, Jack will defend all the takedowns, blah, 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 blah. But I knew he wouldn't, and he didn't defend any. And I hate to say it, but just how good is Dustin Poirier? Just like I said in my previous video, Dustin Poirier is still a great fighter. I don't care how old he is and that he's retired now. That was his last chance to get the belt, and he knew it. He fought so hard in that fight. The same guy that knocked down Max Holloway. He knocked down Max Holloway. You can't use that fight like Dustin Poirier is a terrible opponent. And he gave Islam trouble. But he learned from that and absolutely dominated Jack. So, with that, I think Jack, put him against Kamaru Usman. Man, look at Jack's sad face. He was making that all fight long. After, like, the third round, he started making that, like, you gotta show something. Like, you're not gonna fluke somebody if that's the look you have on your face. You're just not. Look at Scataboo in the back. But you're just not gonna fluke a KO if your face looks like that. It was embarrassing. I won't lie. I like Jack, but I was rooting for Islam, but that's embarrassing. But I think Usman is a good fight. He needs tested on the ground. I think Usman can definitely win by holding him down. But Jack needs to improve, and this is a really good fight if he wants to improve what he has going for him on the ground. Because Islam really exposed a lot of flaws, and I think if he can beat Usman, he would be a lot better off. And I think now they have something to focus on, especially in camp. Because I don't think Usman will try to do anything different. Because if you watch that Joaquin Buckley fight like I did, you will know he did the same thing that Islam did, that Hamzat did. The boring hold him down. So, and I think Usman is worse. Like, Buckley defended some towards the end. So this will be a really good test for Jack. And yeah, I think if Usman wins this, he might get a title shot, man. He might. It just depends how Shavkat and Prates goes and all that. We're not talking about future title shots, but we're going to talk about the right now title shot. Who should get the shot against Islam Makhachev? I think Morales or Gary. If Gary wins, give him the shot. That's main priority. Is Gary should get the shot if he beats Bilal Muhammad. But if Gary loses to Bilal, definitely feed him Michael Morales. I think the better fight would be Ian Gary. But honestly, I think Islam comfortably beats both. This welterweight division doesn't stand much of a chance with Islam, with how good he looked at a weight higher. Like, he seriously just laid on Jack, who is a natural big 170. And I mean, Islam looked good. He looked big. He didn't look little. Like, if you didn't know prior, you would not know that he used to be 155. That said, these are both pretty big 170s, especially Morales. So I think that might be a problem for Islam, but I'm just really unsure about Morales' takedown defense, because Islam is way higher level than Sean Brady, and I think we all know it. We just didn't want to admit it before the fight. And he will shoot right away, unlike Brady, as we saw against Jack. But yeah, that's what I think. I kind of matched up the welterweight division, or at least pretty much the top 10 or top 8, however you want to think about it. I gave you hypotheticals based on the Bilal and Ian Gary fight, but overall, I did really good on my picks. I think Brady was honestly the only one I got wrong. Wellmaker too. Brady and Wellmaker are the only two that I got wrong. So, yeah. You guys have a good day. You can call me an Ethan Ewing fan from now on. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment down below if you disagree or agree. And I'll be posting here within the next couple days. But see you later.